How are we doing, beautiful people? Today, I wanted to speak a bit about your friends and the people around you and how they influence you and how they can pull you up and take you towards your goals, or they can even pull you down, and what to do in those situations from what I've experienced so far in my lovely life. So, let's give this a go. I've got a whiteboard with me. There we go. I've got a pen. So, let's see. Okay, this is you. You're right here. This is a little Jack for me. Okay, and you've got 5 friends. If you don't know, you are the sum of the 5 people around you. I'm sure you've heard that somewhere. And you've got 5 friends. So one guy is really far up here. This is the scale, by the way. And this is ambition. So really high ambition, really high drive up here. Okay, low drive down here. We've got one guy up here. We've got one guy here. Maybe a girl over here. No, kind of level with you. And we've got 2 people down here. Whoa, that guy's miles away. Okay, so you got to imagine that everything that goes on here is like a pull system. So the further away someone is from you, the harder they're pulling. All right, so this guy up here, he's pulling me up. He's helping me out a lot, you know? He's making sure my ambitions come to fruition. He's pushing me. He's making sure I'm getting my goals done. He's maybe calling me every day. You know, he's like really pushing it. And then there's someone over here, you know, they're on the same level as me. And we're both moving together, you know? Maybe they're slightly better at something and I'm slightly better. You know, it's an equal relationship. We're cool. And then we got this guy over here. Now, this guy, you might go party a bit, but we think he's cool. You know, like he's chill. He's a chill guy. He's got cool conversations and he's funny. And then there's this guy over here. Now, this guy's miles away. Maybe this guy just like drugs and stuff. He has no ambitions, you know, like crazy stuff like that. All right. But he's like an old school friend, something like that. Okay. Now, this guy is obviously taking us all the way up, and this guy's helping us out a bit. She's helping, you know, she's keeping us level. But these guys, they're pulling us down. And that's bad for our ambitions, obviously. Because if we have an idea, do a little light bulb for you. That is an awful light bulb. But you get me. Okay. You have a light bulb moment. You've got a business idea or a new ambition. Maybe you want to do an Ironman or a marathon, whatever. Now, these people, 1, 2, 3, they're going to be like, yo, that's a great idea. Maybe this guy's even like connect you to a coach or something crazy, right? But all of these people are helping you out. They're with you. They've got the same ambitions. And these people haven't, all right? Now, this guy might be like, yo, that's kind of crazy. Like, are you sure you can do that? You know, he'll put a few questions in your mind. He'll doubt that you can do it because he doesn't know that he could do that himself because he doesn't have the ambition, right? So he raises a question or two. He's like, yo, like, really? Like, can you do that? And then this guy's like, yo, you could not do that. Ha, you suck. No way. You know, he pulls you down. Maybe he's the type of guy that like uses you as jokes for other people. You know, he just sucks. He puts so much doubt in your mind, right? Okay, there we go. We've got question marks. Now, obviously, if you've got this idea, you've now got like 3 question marks. Imagine this is algebra. That's a lot. That's a lot of doubt. Because if you've got exclamation mark, exclamation mark, exclamation mark, and those cancel each other out, like you've got nothing. So do you accomplish this? You might do. It's gonna suck, right? And your ambition's gonna stay the same. You're only gonna stay there. Now, obviously, we like these people still. They're cool. They're cool to hang out with. They're fun. Whatever. So you might say, well, what do I do? What do I do in this situation, right? Because like you might think I'm going to say, tell them to cut them off, get rid of them, not instantly, okay? Because they could just be not have a lot of confidence in themselves. Excuse me. So you might give this guy a couple of months. Say, yo, look, I'm going to sit you down. I'm going to try and help you out. We're going to go get a coffee sometime. We're going to lay out our ambitions. Maybe go on a cool drive somewhere and you ask him questions about his life. You know, stuff like that. Try and get some inspiration into his soul, into his heart. And you try and pull him up. So you're trying your hardest. You put effort into this guy and you pull him up. You say, come on, bro, come on. And he does that. Let's say he does that for the sake of this. He goes up here and then suddenly he's up here. He's with us, right? He's parallel. Cool. That's great. Good job for him, right? We help someone out because this guy's pulling us up, but we've got to pull other people up as well. How the world works, yeah? Got to help everyone. But this guy over here, we tried, you know, but he's still failing. His ambition, he still makes us doubt ourselves. And you've got to remember, doubt is like a virus, like an infection. Even a tiny part of it can put all of your ambitions in peril. you're doubting yourself now, and that's crazy. You should never do that. You can do anything. So you got to do something with this guy. Now, what do you do? Okay, he's one of your closest friends. Now, look, this is your call. My call would be I might fade this guy out a bit. Maybe I'll leave him for a bit. See where he goes. Let him lead his own life, because it decrease his influence on me. Right? He'll no longer be in my top 5. That doesn't mean we can't be friends. Might go for a pint once in a while, but that decreases that, and then that takes me up. That drags me up. I've got more pull going upwards now, so I'm on the up, way more. Perfect. But you also got to help everyone around you, because this guy might be pulling you up like crazy. Okay, I've got friends like this at the moment, and they're helping me so much more than I would expect anyone else to, and it's crazy. I can't expect anything, and they're doing amazing things, but you've got to help them out as well, because if you don't, they're going to come up. They're going to look in the mirror one day and go, "Why am I doing this for Jack, man? What? Why? He's pulling me down." Because in this situation, you're the pull down, because you have less drive than this guy, right? He's pulling you up, but you're not doing that. So you've got to make sure that you're helping everyone. Maybe this guy's got a problem. He's like, I don't know what to do. You've got to help him. You've got to answer that problem for him. You've got to make this a good relationship. It sounds transactional, but it's a favor for a favor. You help each other out, and you're still mates. You still have a laugh with each other. But you've got to think, how can I keep going up? And as long as you keep these people level with you, and you have even a few people above you, you're going to keep on going up, because this is drive, this is ambition, this isn't results. This doesn't mean that if this guy makes £1 million a year, once I get there, he's now equal with me, because he's always going to have more ambition than me in this scenario. He might pull me up, but then he's not going to pull me down, is he? No, and he's not for a very long time. So we've got to help everyone out. We've got to remember our pulls here. Who's pulling us? Who's, making sure that when we have a new idea or a new ambition or a goal, that we're encouraged to do it. And we get rid of any self-doubt down here. Screw this guy, man. That guy's not helping us out. Alright? So just remember, when you're making friends, not necessarily, but your closest people are who you are, and it's the sum. So the higher up they are, the better. It sounds like you're using them, and in some kind of way you are. Okay, but as long as they don't feel that way, and you're actually in a friendship, you're not just there for them. Like, I've got people that I love and help me out so much, but we're still mates. I can still play football with them. Like, regardless of whatever business success happens between us, we'll still be friends. And you've got to make sure of that, of course, because otherwise people feel used. And then what happens is, when they feel used, right, let's get the pen back out. Say I don't help this guy out enough. He's giving me tons of stuff. He's trying to really help me out, and I just don't. Well, he might be friends with him, and he might say, well, Jack's not really helping me out here. He's kind of sucking it up. He's sucking me dry here like a leech. You don't want to be that guy. And then this guy kind of goes, oh yeah, no, I know what you mean, actually. Like, he hasn't done anything for me in a while. He hasn't even encouraged me. That's all it is. Even if you only offer encouragement and you're there for them in some kind of way, right? And then you slowly lose this connection. You lose this guy. And then you're only left with the people parallel to you and below you. And because of the pull, you're now going down. You're going down, bro. Because of the pull. And you might even end up bringing these people with you, because this guy was relying on you to help him. Yeah? And now you've stopped, because you've got no one pulling you up anymore. So you've not only messed yourself over here, but you're not doing anything for this guy anymore. So his life is going to get worse. His business, his ambitions, they're going to drop. Now, look, I'm not saying, well, we'll have our moments that, on one day, I might be all the way down here, bro. Maybe I don't know, I've had something really bad happen to me. I don't want to help anyone. Screw the world, right? But you've got to keep the averages going, and you've got to remember who's around you, and you've got to just be aware of that and your influences, because that will result in how much you can achieve of your goals, how much people are pushing you, as well how much you're pushing you, because you can only do so much. Everything in this world is through people. So if you don't have people by your side, well, you're screwed, in simple terms. So I urge you, don't do it as messy as this, obviously, but just take a think. Who's pulling you down? Who's pulling you up? And you might have a few friends, or in fact, I don't know, maybe you've got all of your friends that are kind of below you, right? Oh, it's just fallen on the floor, but maybe all of your friends are around this level, and you're just a bit more ambitious, and everyone's like, yo, Jack, you're doing crazy things, haha, like you make me feel so bad. Yeah, I do, because I'm doing more than you. But that's fine. Come on, bro, I'll help you out. You know, and they're scared. They have a lack of confidence. That's why they're doubting you. It's nothing on you. You've got to remember that. Anyone that doubts you it's because they don't think they can do it themselves. Now, that's fine. I've said by the end of uni I want to make £1 million. And there's some people that say, yeah, you can do that, and there's some people that think I can't. But I know who I hang around now. And you've got to pull them up. Some people might kind of doubt you, and you allow them to realize that goal, that they can actually achieve it. And that's great, because you're pulling someone up. And that is such a rewarding process, bro. Like, if you can genuinely help someone, like, the world will look greatly upon that. I don't know if you believe in a religion or a god, whatever, but the world will look kindly on that. And I know you'll be rewarded for it. Don't think of the reward, because then you're just doing it for the reward, but you will feel so great about helping someone. Doing something for someone else does crazy things to you. It just makes you feel so good. And then you'll be more inclined to pull other people up, right? And then say you're lower down one time. Let me rub this off real quick. Let's get some space going here. Oh. Even if this is you, and this guy's down here, but you're helping him come up, right? There might be an opportunity where actually he's up here for you. This guy is the same guy, and then he pulls you up. Crazy, right? In the future, he gets a great connection. He works something for you. He's like, you know what? Jack really helps me out. And then you go for a coffee with him or something. He's like, yo, actually, I remember this guy. Because they're feeling inclined to do something for you. And that's fine. You don't need to feel like you're using them. Because you're not. You did something for them. And then, they feel like they want to do something for you. That's cool. But you got to just remember your influences. Examine them closely. Where will this group of people take me? Will they take me to my goals or not? Just think of that, right? Get a whiteboard out, like I have. And enjoy that. And be scared as well, because you might have to face some hard questions. And hard questions aren't fun, but they're necessary, okay? Now, that's my experience. Of course, I may not be right, but I hope you trust me enough to at least try it and see where you go with this. So, thank you for listening.